you please bring me my plug-in piece for the computer right away? Okay, we're back and running. Thank you. Sorry, my computer is just dying here, so I'm going to plug my computer in as well.
Oh, listen, Daddy and I can't sign it. Like, we have the hardest time. Oh, is that at the front door?
Okay. So, hi Sylvia, an honor. Glad you rejoined. Awesome. Okay, so we talked about sleep. So now I want to get into talking about managing and reducing stress. So, you know, how does stress factor into the health of our immune system? Well, much like poor sleep, stress increases levels of cortisol in our bodies, right? And we talked about how too much cortisol can actually suppress our immune system. So most of you know that cortisol is commonly known as the stress hormone. It helps our body deal with stress, and you've heard of that fight or flight kind of scenario, right? So it can be helpful at times, but just like all hormones, it can actually, too, have a negative effect, including depressing the immune system, making us more susceptible to sickness. So learning how to manage and reduce feelings of stress is really important to reducing our cortisol levels and helping boost our immunity. So there are a number of different approaches that you can use, and again, they often vary in effectiveness from person to person. There are many essential oils, such as the ones that you see here, so Balance and Citrus Bliss, Serenity, Forgive, and Peace. These are all oils which are very useful in grounding our emotions. These oils can help reduce feelings of stress, which can help keep those cortisol levels at a healthy point, right? And that will help improve our immune system. So when we experience feelings of stress in our home, we like to massage any one of these oils just into our temples or at the base of the neck. It's really helpful, oftentimes over the heart, and also on our pulse points, where you can actually smell them throughout the day. So before I came on to this webinar tonight, I've got my Balance diffusing in the background, but I also rolled an oil called Intune, which is a focus blend that I love. It's really good if you've got kids in your home that have trouble focusing when they're studying at home or just at any point in time. So we like to put that on the wrist. We like to put essential oils on our wrists because you can just like come down if you need a little extra support and you're going through a stressful part in your day, you can just smell that wrist and be brought right back to that grounding effect of the oil. So when you are inhaling a grounding fragrance, let's say it's on your wrist and you're inhaling it in, be sure to focus on your breathing and taking long, deep, slow breaths in. It can also be really helpful to diffuse these oils when you know there may be a stressful circumstance before that stressful circumstance comes up. So if you've got a presentation, maybe at work, or you have a big meeting, or your kids have a test that they're getting prepared for, or they have during that day, it can be really helpful to diffuse those oils. So we often diffuse Balance here in the morning before the kids go off to school, so that they've started their day right, if there's any sort of feelings of anxiety about school that day. And by wearing these essential oils on your body, you can actually take that feeling of groundedness with you wherever you go. So you don't have to walk around with a diffuser wherever you go. Just breathing in that essential oil can really help. So diffusing and aromatic usage is a great way to help manage through stress. So in these ways, aromatic and also topical use, we talked about topical application to remove stress right on the back of the neck and over the heart. So in these ways, aromatic and topical use of certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils can be so key to supporting immunity. And why is that? It's because they work fast. So when inhaled, essential oils can actually impact the brain within 22 seconds. When applied, they reach our bloodstream within 2 minutes. And within about 20 minutes, they can reach every cell within our body, which is really impactful, and it goes beyond what most conventional medicines can actually deliver, right? Most conventional medicines do not have the ability to pass that blood-brain barrier. So in addition to some of the oils that I mentioned that support immune function, doTERRA also offers a blend that is formulated specifically to support the immune system, and that oil is called On Guard. On Guard is doTERRA's proprietary essential oil blend, and it provides a natural and effective alternative to immune support. When we are under attack by environmental threats, right? So you've got your kids, if you have kids coming home from school, they're passing germs around, you go to work, everybody at work is sick and sneezing all over the place and coming to work anyway, even though they should really be staying at home. And it's just, at this time of year, there's germs and environmental threats all around us, right? So On Guard is one of doTERRA's best-selling brands, and it uses essential oils that are known for their positive effects on the immune system. So we're talking about oils here such as wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. These are all antiseptic, antiviral, antibacterial oils that help support our immune function. And On Guard comes in many forms. It comes in the oil itself. It comes in pre-made soft gels, protective blend soft gels, as well as in a portable sanitizing mist, which is a new product that was just launched this year and is going to be available for order at the beginning of November. The lineup also includes a line of home care products, including foaming hand soap. So the foaming hand soap is amazing. It is not antibacterial in the sense that it has triclosan, like a lot of the other hand soaps on the market, but it is antibacterial because it has those natural oils that I just talked about. So it's not going to have the same sort of negative impact that a triclosan-containing hand soap has on your system, on your cells. But it does deliver the same sort of positive antibacterial benefit, and it's quite gentle on the hands. So at this time of year, hand washing is something that is really important for immunity and to protect your system. And using the On Guard foaming hand soap is amazing because it doesn't dry the hands. Okay. It also comes in a laundry detergent as well as a concentrated household cleaner. There's also On Guard on the go by way of protecting throat drops as well as a beadlet form. I don't think I brought my beadlets up, but the beadlet form that you can see there on the left-hand side of the screen, those contain about 1/4 of a drop of oil per beadlet, and you just place it on your tongue and you pop that beadlet using your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and you get a little shot of On Guard essential oil. So we consider the On Guard lineup to be our secret immunity weapon in our home. On a regular basis, and then daily, leading up to and during cold and flu season, we rub a drop of On Guard oil on the soles of our feet at bedtime. We take sorry guys, this is, oh my goodness. The system is doing weird stuff. We take 1 to 2, so we rub a drop on the soles of our feet before bedtime every night, all of us in our home. We also take 1 to 2 On Guard beadlets throughout the day. And we use the On Guard hand soap to wash our hands frequently. And we also make sure that we have the throat drops with us for a convenient on-the-go solution as well. I also have the full lineup of home care products here because I've switched my entire household basically over to natural products. So if you feel like your immune system is truly under attack as well, then the On Guard soft gels, which I showed a couple of slides earlier, if we go back, the ones there on the right-hand side, those Protective Blend soft gels, those are a great way to give your system an added immune boost. So they don't just contain the On Guard Essential Blend, but they also include black pepper, oregano, and melissa oils, which are all high quality, like super powered oils to provide additional immune support. So you would take those when you really feel something coming on and you know that, you know, it's just only a matter of time. Okay, so even when we are as diligent as possible in managing the 5 key factors of immunity, right, that I talked to you about, and we're doing what we can to abate those environmental threats, there are still times when we will fall ill, right? Like, it just happens. So regular illnesses from cold and flu viruses was one of the first reasons why I started looking into the power of essential oils for our house, to have natural solutions that bring relief, particularly for our daughters, who at the time were 7 and 9. You know, I wasn't comfortable pumping them full of conventional medicines that didn't really do much to bring relief. And so I started searching for natural solutions, and I started, you know, doing my research. And the more that I learned, the more that I just couldn't forget it, right? It's like, if you know better, you do better. It's that quote, and it's true. And so over time, I've discovered the powerful effects of essential oils, not just in boosting our immunity, so we get sick much, much less, which is the case in our house, but also what they do to provide natural solutions that shorten the duration of illness when we do get sick. So one powerful remedy is called the Flu Balm. So the Flu Balm, which you see here, it contains 4 drops of lemon, 2 drops each of Melaleuca, or otherwise known as tea tree oil, On Guard, oregano, and frankincense. So for adults, you would combine in a capsule. You would combine those oils and then take every 4 to 6 hours until your symptoms improve. And for kids in your home, you would dilute these oils in 1 ounce of a carrier oil, such as fractionated or liquid coconut oil, something like this one that I have here, and apply that to the bottoms of the feet 3 times a day as needed. Okay, so a vegetable capsule, Sylvia, it's downstairs in my kitchen, so I would grab it for you. It's just a clear capsule. It's basically the same sort of a capsule that an Advil would come in, or any other type of capsule that you would ingest. And you can pull them apart and then fill the one side with essential oils, put the 2 pieces back together again, and then you just ingest it like a normal conventional pill. Most health food stores sell them. You can also get them from doTERRA as well. They sell them there. They come in large packages, like 1 bottle will do you for the rest of your life, basically. So I wanted just to take a second here just to stop and talk to you about the incredible combo of Melaleuca, or tea tree oil, and oregano oil, because this combination goes beyond what modern antibacterial medications can actually do. Okay, so what happens is that bacteria, over time, bacteria has developed this way, this ability to sort of change itself, to morph itself into different varieties, different, it's continually morphing and changing on us, right? As a way to kind of protect bacteria, to protect itself. So we're starting to see that normal antibacterial medications that used to be very powerful to work against some of our sicknesses are just not powerful enough anymore. And so we're having to develop antibacterial medications that are even stronger and even more potent than they originally were, which has an adverse effect on our bodies, right? It's not good to have these like crazy medicines that are so powerful that they knock you right out. But it's necessary for the modern medical industry, because bacteria have this way of protecting themselves. So bacteria develop almost this hard outer shell. It's a hard outer shell that can be compared to like the hard outer shell of an M&M candy that protects the chocolate on the inside, okay? So bacteria form a hard outer shell around it. And then in addition to that, they also produce this biofilm that kind of covers that protective hard shell. And the biofilm is kind of like a sludgy, slimy kind of second protective barrier. All right, and so it makes it very difficult for antibacterial medicines to actually penetrate and have any sort of impact on that bacteria. And that's why oftentimes you'll go to your doctor and they tell you, well, you have a virus. There's not really anything that we can do about it. There's no antibacterial, medicine here that can help you. Just kind of have to go home and rest and wait it out, right? So this is where the power of Melaleuca and oregano oil come in. So Melaleuca oil actually has the power to start to break down that outer biofilm, so that sludgy, slimy outer film that protects the harder inner layer of the bacteria, right? So the Melaleuca goes in and starts to work on that and breaks that apart. And then what happens is that the oregano oil comes in and starts to attach itself to that hard inner layer of protection around the bacteria and creates a hole in that inner layer. And once that hole is created by the oregano oil, the bacteria begin to break down and break apart. And that's where we start to see headway being made in helping our bodies heal from these bacteria and viruses that in many times conventional medicines and antibacterial medicines just can't seem to address. So I wanted to mention that because, something as simple as just taking a couple of drops of pure therapeutic grade essential oils can be so incredibly impactful to helping us heal our bodies naturally. And it's just so amazing. It's so wonderful to me how these oils work. So one of the biggest areas of concern often is tummy troubles, right? When we have cold and flu season here, people, start to have issues with tummy and diarrhea and that sort of thing. So when tummy troubles strike here in our home, we use these three oils. Our first line of defense is always the DigestZen, which is a blend of essential oils that help to tame those tummy troubles. And so we just place a drop in the abdomen, right on the tummy for adults and kids, and just rub in. And they'll start to heat up on the tummy a little bit. If you or your kids have sensitive skin, it's always best to dilute. And the ratio is about 1 drop of essential oil for every 5 drops of carrier oil. You dilute that essential oil and then just rub into the tummy to provide some remedy for those tummy troubles, right? You can also use lemon essential oil and peppermint. Those are also oils that help ease that tummy discomfort. Again, 1 to 5 drops of oils in a veggie capsule or water for adults. And with kids, you're going to want to dilute these oils with a carrier oil and rub on the tummy. Fever support is one that I wanted to address because it's often something that accompanies cold and flu sickness. So lemon, lavender, and peppermint are all oils that can provide relief from fevers. What you would do is just combine 10 drops of each of these oils in a roller bottle. And this is an example of a little roller bottle. This is just a 3 milliliter roller bottle, but they come in all sorts of sizes. And it's just got a little roller on the end there, and you roll it over your body and use it like that. So 10 drops of each of those oils in a roller bottle, and then top it up with a carrier oil like olive oil or fractionated coconut oil, and rub that roller bottle along the back of the neck, along the chest, the soles of the feet, and the spine for fever relief. And one of the last things I wanted to talk about is a homemade cough syrup. So I don't know about you guys, but finding a cough medicine that actually works to help with scratchy throats and hacking coughs and stuff, it's really difficult to find a conventional option that works. So one solution that brings relief to us and our sore throats and coughs in our home is a combination of 1 drop of each of these oils. So the lemon, the frankincense, peppermint, and lavender. You combine those with 1 spoonful of raw honey. I really like the Wetherspoon raw Manuka honey. It has a K factor of 16, which means that it's guaranteed to have over 75% Manuka pollen count, which is very, very therapeutic to the system. So that's your homemade cough syrup. And the last thing I wanted to talk about here in terms of natural remedies is respiratory issues. So when anyone here in our house deals with respiratory issues, we turn to doTERRA's Breathe blend. It contains laurel leaf, eucalyptus, peppermint, melaleuca, lemon, and cardamom. It also contains Ravinsara and Ravinsara essential oils, and those are oils that all work together to support the respiratory system. So we typically place 3 to 5 drops of this essential oil in a diffuser for aromatic usage here. And I also like to combine a drop with 5 drops of carrier oil and rub it on the chest and along the spine for improved breathing, particularly at nighttime, where it's often hard to get a good sleep because you can't breathe, you're so stuffed up. Peppermint is another oil that's hugely supportive to the respiratory system, and it's one that I'll often use here if someone has significant congestion. So one thing I like to do is just literally take 1 drop of the peppermint oil. I'll drop it on the palm of the one hand. And 1 drop is really all you need because remember, these oils are super pure and potent. And you rub your hands together and you cup your hands around your nose and you breathe in, and it just opens up your airways. Oftentimes I find at this time of year, I wake up feeling quite stuffy, and I do workouts 3 mornings really early in the morning, so I need to be able to breathe and to have that energy. So I use the peppermint oil to do that, and it's incredibly helpful to clear blocked nasal passages. So those are 2 amazing respiratory remedies. So I'll let you include questions in the group chat if you have any, and I'll come back and look at them as we go. But we're getting near to the end of our presentation, so thanks for your patience. I wanted to recap what we've learned tonight. First we learned that our immune system is really diverse, lots of organs spread out through the body, and that its primary focus is to defend our body against attacks from bacteria, viruses, and fungi. We know that our immune system benefits from a number of lifestyle factors to maintain optimal function, right? Those 5 factors that we talked about, the nutrition and the exercise, etc. We also learned that essential oils provide effective natural options, not just for boosting our immunity, but also to help shorten the duration of our sickness when we do get it, and to help provide some non-toxic solutions and some non-toxic relief. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'd like to get you just to reflect based on what we've heard. I'd love you to take a few seconds to think about one area of your health and wellness that you really feel like you're rocking it in, you know, based on what we talked about, right? Maybe for you, it's nutrition. You really feel like you've done that very well, or, you know, you always get really good quality sleep, whatever it is. Take a moment to reflect on that. And then what I want you to do now is I want you to consider one area that we've talked about where maybe you feel like you could use a little bit more support in. Okay, so take a moment to just sort of think about that. You can jot it down at home if you want to. You can include it in the comments, the group chat, if you like. You'd like us to kind of hear about it or to share with other people, see if there's anybody else facing that same thing. So keeping those areas in mind, I wanted just to take a couple of moments at the end of our presentation tonight to give you some information about how you can hire these incredible essential oils to elevate your health naturally. So the most efficient way, and the way that 90% of people start their journey with essential oils, is with a kit. So these kits contain the top oils that address the majority of health concerns and many of the tips and the recipes that I've shared in tonight's webinar. This kit here happens to be the Home Essentials Kit. I love it because it not only it comes with full-size bottles of the top 10 oils. You've got your lavender and your peppermint, oregano, melaleuca, digestion, frankincense, On Guard, Breathe, and even Deep Blue, which is an oil that's incredibly supportive for muscles. So it contains all of those top 10 oils, but it also includes a diffuser, so you can begin using those oils right away. 95% of the time, people's first introduction with essential oils is going to be through diffusing, right? So you want to get your oils, you want to be able to use them right away. So this kit allows you to do that. One of the reasons I love it so much. If the idea of supporting your immune system through supplementation is an area that you feel you could use help with, then there's also a kit called the Family Wellness Kit, and it's an excellent option. So this kit contains the top immune supporting oils in a roller bottle format. So the roller bottle format is like the one that I told you that I used before our presentation tonight. So these roller bottles are already pre-diluted with the carrier oil. So this eliminates the need for you to do any diluting, which is really awesome if you have sensitive skin or if you have kids in the house that you want to use the essential oils with, right? So these are literally just open, roll, and go. So you get 10 milliliter roller bottles of, again, all those top immune boosting oils. So the Breathe, Digestion, frankincense, lavender, melaleuca, On Guard, peppermint, Deep Blue, and you also get 2 oils called Peace and Cheer, which are hugely supportive to your emotions and for stress, any stress that you might have at home, okay? You also get the Lifelong Vitality Pack, so those 3 supplements that I talked about at the beginning, along with the kids' chewable vitamins, as well as the kids' probiotic. Okay, so what I want to tell you is that for the next 6 days, these 2 kits are being offered with the bonus of 3 full-sized bottles of Balance, Citrus Bliss, and Serenity. And those are all those blends of oils that I mentioned earlier. They're tremendously supportive to both sleep and also managing stress. So it's over an $80 value with these 3 oils added on as a bonus. So we wanted to make sure that you guys had that information so that you know that there was an option out there if you wanted to get started with this wellness journey and these natural options. So I'm happy to connect with anyone who's interested in learning how to get started with essential oils and or learning more. We had a short period of time to really talk about that tonight. So if you're interested, feel free to comment here or to comment back in the Facebook group if that's how you you responded to the invitation to step into this webinar. You can also email me. My email is hello@carolynwhitewellness.com, and that email will come right to me, and I'll be able to connect with you on that. As a follow-up, I will be emailing and or posting in the Facebook group with some links to some of the resources that I mentioned this evening, including this, so the roller bottles and some of those other learning pieces, including this amazing booklet here. It's called The Essential Life Book. It's one of the books that I use on a regular basis. It's kind of like my Essential Oils Bible. You can go in, you can look up any sort of health issue that you're facing, and it'll tell you what the top oils are to use for that issue. You can also reverse look up. So you can look up an essential oil, and it'll tell you what issue that essential oil is best to be used for. So I'll include a link to how you can get your hands on that as well. So I will be following up with those links. If you would like to be informed of upcoming webinars or anything, please make sure to sign up to be added to my mailing list. And you can do that by going to that first link that I've posted up there on the slide. So https://bit.ly/CWW community. Okay. Also, if you are interested, I regularly post health and wellness tips on my Facebook and Instagram pages, and you can access them through the information that I've included above. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. I know that time is limited, so thank you for spending some time with me tonight. If you've got any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask, or type into the group chat. Sylvia asks, if I order the wellness kit, can I get different bonus oils since I ordered the starter kit already? No, since you've already ordered the starter kit, Sylvia, your order would be a different order, but I can talk to you separately on how to make that happen if you let me know what some of those additional things you want to order are. Okay, so we can maybe talk separately about that. Honor, just wanted to give you a chance to chime in. You can unmute yourself or type in the group chat if you got any questions or thoughts or anything I can help you answer. The webinar is going to be recorded, so I will figure out a way to send it to you or to post it so you get a chance to replay it and maybe catch some of the things that you didn't catch the first time around. I think Honor's typing, so I'm just going to give her a couple of seconds. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Thanks so much, guys, for taking time on your Tuesday night. I hope to hear from you soon, and hope that you're able to connect on a webinar in the future with me. Have a great evening.